Greetings guys, back at the movies, and as you can see from behind me tonight, thanks to Universal Pictures and Warner Brothers, we've been invited to the brand new film directed by Denis Villeneuve and with cinematography by fellow Australian Greg Fraser, and that is Dune Part Two. It is a blockbuster to say the least, and is the sequel to Denis Villeneuve's original film Dune Part One. Has an all-star cast as well, features the likes of Timothee Chalamet, Zendaya, Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Javier Bardem, Josh Brolin, and in the role of the Emperor we have Christopher Walken. Extremely looking forward to it. We're just about to head in and check this film out. Hopefully you enjoy the footage in the meantime, and I'll be back after this to let you know my thoughts on the film and to give you a review of the movie. Talk to you soon.
My hairdresser was Let's go.
Since you've had one of those nightmares, tell me, what was it about?
It's only fragments. Nothing's clear. You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades.
Look!
My family's been fighting them for centuries.
Your blood comes from dukes and great houses. Here, we're equal. What we do for the benefit of all.
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
Deal with this prophet. Send to Sussex.
Fade Rother. He's psychotic.
I see possible futures all at once. And in so many futures, our enemies prevail. But I do see a way. There is a narrow way through. Allegiance is to you. Do you believe me?
This is a form of power that our world has not yet seen. The ultimate power.
as long as I breathe.
You will never lose me as long as you stay who you are.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
This prophecy is how they enslave us! You are not prepared for what is to come.
Greetings once again, guys. Just got out of seeing the brand new film by Warner Brothers Pictures and courtesy of the fabulous direction of Denis Villeneuve, and that is Dune Part Two. Of course, it is based off the best-selling novel by Frank Herbert that's kind of influenced many films, even supposedly Star Wars to some degree. But this real new version that Denis Villeneuve created is just really fantastic. There's no really words to say what he's kind of created here. He's got to be one of the best directors around right now, you know, rivaling kind of Christopher Nolan. But I think he's got a bit of a better resume, to be honest. Rival, very influential. Obviously, Blade Runner 2041 or 49, I should say. But just these films are just really fantastic that he's done. But what he's done with Dune is quite incredible. It's just a compelling kind of cast that he's put together. He's got some of the best young actors around at the moment. Timothee Chalamet, you've got Zendaya. Obviously, you've got Léa Seydoux kind of features in this, one of the best French actresses around. She's got a bit of more, kind of a bit of a cameo. But really, Austin Butler and Florence Pugh. There's some really great young talent in this film, and not to mention alongside some of the other great kind of actors, including Javier Bardem, and as well as that Josh Brolin, and of course there's an interesting kind of introduction of the Emperor in this, played by Christopher Walken. But really, such a fantastic film, and really Denis Villeneuve, he's got this ability to kind of make you really wait in the cinema after you've watched a film of his and just kind of contemplate what you've just seen. It's just a miraculous kind of piece of work, visually stunning. And a lot of that is courtesy of the fabulous cinematography by Greg Fraser, Australian cinematographer. He's done a lot of great work. He's worked on even Star Wars projects as well, but some fabulous kind of stuff from him that creates this kind of atmosphere. If you just had to condense it down really in kind of modern language, this film really is something verging on Game of Thrones in space. It's just got that backstabbing kind of element. It's got those kind of plot twists, plus it's got that element of you know, feeling like it's in that kind of Star Wars world, but it really does feel more of a gritty, kind of a darker kind of sci-fi experience with fantasy elements in there and with mythology, and it's really kind of cool that the way it's all constructed. You just have to really see it on the big screen. It is an experience to be seen. Don't wait for it to get onto streaming. It really is something to be seen in the cinema. It is the sequel to the 2021 motion picture Dune that didn't really get enough of a cinematic release, but there is definitely some interest in this film. They re-released that film recently, and it scored about 30 million in the box office. That film was released in 2021, so that just shows you the level of interest here. I think this is a winner for Warner Brothers Pictures, and hopefully Denis Villeneuve really does the sequel to this, which is the next novel by Frank Herbert, and that's Dune Messiah. Really, I don't really want to kind of give too much away in this. Probably my only criticism is there is some narrative drive issues in the middle, and that is just the most minor gripe, really. That's only because there's some sort of sequences to do with Timothee Chalamet's character, Paul Atreides, and how he experiences visions, and just that affects a bit of the pacing. But really, the rest of this film is just a visual marvel. It is something to be seen multiple times, really, just to kind of get your head around all the intellectual kind of concepts. There's a few scenes in this film, particularly the fight between Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, and of course the antagonist in this, played by Austin Butler. Now, you could hear a pin drop in the theatre when that sequence is happening. It is some sort of breathtaking stuff that's going on there. But definitely check this film out. It is fabulous. I can't give the cast enough credit, really. Timothee Chalamet is fantastic. Zendaya offers some great moments. Javier Bardem and Josh Brolin, they really add a bit of gravitas to this as well. Austin Butler, he just really transforms in whatever he's in lately, and I think it's really fantastic. You just come off Elvis, and this is just kind of taking that character to another level as well. And just the female cast is really fantastic in this. There's a few cameos in this. Anya Taylor-Joy has a bit of a cameo in this. Léa Seydoux has a cameo in this, and they're both really compelling in many ways. Also, I have to give credit to Rebecca Ferguson. She's just a level above lifting this kind of narrative. And also, you have to give credit to Florence Pugh just for her moments in it as well. This is just a stellar cast. I can't give enough credit for that. And just amalgamating that with this fantastic vision that Denis Villeneuve kind of has created, it's just something to be mesmerised by. It's really fantastic. It is complex. There is a lot of thought-provoking moments, but that final act, some of the action, some of the battle sequences in this, you kind of wait for it, but you don't really see those elements coming unless you've kind of read the novel. And it's just a really magic kind of experience in that final act. Great build-up, and it does feel very different to part one, which is interesting because it feels like there's two different, they feel in the same universe, but they do feel like different films, and that's great because you could really just, be thought that this movie is just kind of split in two, but it's not. They feel very different films. So definitely check it out in the cinemas while you can. Can't highly recommend it enough, and a lot of that is courtesy of Denis Villeneuve. Oh, and also the fabulous score by Hans Zimmer, and just some fantastic cinematography, as I mentioned, by Greg Fraser. Just all comes together in this real masterpiece of a film that has to be seen to be believed, really. As I said, a few narrative drive moments, but really, just all in all, it's just a very well put together film, and it is kind of amazing to think that the amount of effort that's gone into creating some narrative like this, it's just really fantastic. Aside from that, I'm about to head off. I'll catch you guys at the next one. So long.